Okay, guys, let's talk about Zari's husband clamping back to haters. So you all know that Zari was outside at her husband's boxing match that her husband actually won. SHAKIB, that is her husband's name. And there was a lot, honey, there was a lot. But what's important is Zari was there supporting her man, focusing on her man, despite of what was happening around her surrounding or whatever. I told you there's some people who started trolling her, saying that she look old, she'd be using a lot of filters. They even, started making up stories to the man that was sitting beside Zari, saying things like Zari probably did not want to show attention because, she knew that SHAKIB was just there and the cameras were recording. It was just too much, okay? So SHAKIB did an interview, and this right here was what he had to say. And of course, that is apart from the long post that she did thanking the wife. And of course, this is what she said on that interview, saying in a quote, "To all haters, even those who think they can interfere in my relationship with my wife, Zari, let me make this clear. You can't stop what God started. Only He can end it. Even friends of Zari who think they can influence our relationship should trust God's process. Unless God say it end, it will continue. Our relationship cannot end if He does not will it." What do I think? Yes, I got it on a certified blog like a media. What I know is when he mentioned friends of Zari, I did not expect it to be that bold, but regardless, when he said that word, it made me think about something, okay? So one thing we know about married people, honey, that's why you're being told that if you want to keep a secret, never tell it to someone who is married, be it a man or a woman, honey. They will tell your tea to their partner. And if their partner is a mouthy person, they will go and tell somebody else, and tell somebody else, tell somebody else. So good partners, okay, whatever they gossip, whatever it is that they say between themselves, confess about the friends' secrets, they know to keep them in the bedroom. But it seemed like SHAKIB is out here telling y'all that be out here talking to Zari, telling Zari to leave him because probably he's not rich. He can't, meet Zari's standard. Of course, SHAKIB is on record a lot of times saying that Zari's expenditure is just crazy. He couldn't afford it. But Zari loved him regardless. Zari decided to marry him of all the men, right? So SHAKIB is not worried, okay? He's leaving everything to God. This woman decided to marry me. So unless God says so, then it will not work. But as long as God is in this, nothing you tell my wife, nothing you say on social media will stick. Anyway, tell me how y'all feel about it down in the comment section. You can say anything that you want, but Zari is a very supportive wife. Like, based off of how I've seen all the matches, because in the beginning people were saying, SHAKIB needs Zari to be there. I'm like, why not? I mean, you use what you have at your disposal, right? There's nothing wrong with Zari being there to support her husband. And if her being there will bring in more people, even better, more money to the family, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that SHAKIB is just sitting around and Zari is just taking care of him, paying the bills and all that. I'm sure SHAKIB do try, once in a while if he could. He is, you know what I'm saying? And he needs the money. So if Zari is able to help him to collect them check, then why not? And that's just basically how I see it. Anyway, it is what it is. Tell me how you feel about it down in the comment section. But that line where he used that even Zari's friends, it's very, very interesting. It's a lesson to be learned. Never tell your gossip to married people, honey. They be out here telling people's business, especially at pillow talks. They be crazy. Anyway, keep it classy. Stay messy. See you on my next one. Ciao.